Hello guys, Automaton here. This is an old game I had. It's actually the only game I have recorded and saved. I don't remember why, but I saw it and it's a really good game. I mean, a fun one to watch, I hope. And it's a high-level 2G game, and I was playing Loki. You can see me using one of my smurfs that I called 5TC Boom, and I have the red player as ally. He's Poseidon, and blue is Norse. I don't actually remember what it is. I think Thor. Yeah, he's Thor. And the map obviously is Tundra. It's a low variant Tundra. You can see me using the standard Loki build order. I don't know if it's actually a build order, but it's rather comfy to use. It's not one of those sub uses that are pretty complicated. This is fairly doable by beginners. It's just 4 villagers on food, 2 villagers on gold, then 2 on wood, 1 on wood, 1 dwarf on gold, then 1 on wood, then another dwarf on gold. Well, you will see it regardless. Now, as Loki on Tundra, you have a few options, and Tundra is often a high hunt map, so it means that you will have a good time as Norse. As Loki too, as you will need to do a lot of verses, and unfortunately this one is a low hunt map, but it's not really an issue for Loki, as you can just go heroic and buy food, so you don't have to actually build farms. But in TG's Loki, it's actually a no-brainer to play. You just have to build Aesir. You don't really have to mix any other army like raiding cavalry or throwing X-Men, because you can just go join up the allies, and if the enemy does all the Beast or all X-Men, you can just mix your Aesir with the ally and let him fight. In this case, I had already decided that I would push on red side, specifically because he's Poseidon and he has a Gaia enemy, so that any Kerubalistas don't really counter Aesir, but any Kerubalista, any X-Men or Beast, I know that the Poseidon will be full cavalry. We will both have fast army, so I think it's a really good composition and really where I want to be, regardless of who the opponent of the Mantas is. If I go the Mantas side, it will be forced to do full raiding cavalry, and I don't really wanna force him to do that. As you can see, I have 8 on food, 4 on wood. Now I'm doing the last dwarf, and this is actually a thing I like to do when I'm the middle Loki. I actually delay a bit the classical age. I do 2 more villagers on food and 1 more on wood. This way the push is slower, but against Gaia in TG you can't really, unless you build the temple really near his city, you can't really stop his DC from going up, and the red will still be pretty early on him with the heroes, so I delay it a little, and this way I can do more Aesirs. More Aesirs for the heroic push, that it's what really kills the Gaia player. But as you can see, this will not really be standard Loki play, as I was, a bit in character, and I told them I really want to do 5TC, guys. And that started as a joke, me saying I just get your back TCs, but eventually I would say no, I'm going to get their TCs, and well, you will see how it ends up. And okay, now you can see me aging up. This is a really late age up, considering it's thunder also. Okay, I had a little problem here, but what's happening? Okay, but okay. So, you can see me really late age up, 5 and 30. As I said, the Greek hero is already there. You can see the guy actually deleted this automaton. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it was fun. It was funny nonetheless. As you can see, I'm doing 2 longhouses. This is because I have 10 on food. And with this build order, that I only use, I repeat, I only use when I am the middle Loki, the pocket Loki in high-end maps. With 10 on food I can build 2 longhouses and start building up airseals from both, which will give a pretty decent push, I would say. You can see me starting airseals. As you see, the purple player is the pocket for them, and it's a Ra, as it's already raining. I obviously start going for the Gaia's Hunt, as the Ra player will definitely not be helping him any soon. Now this continues as, the Sounder Loki is really easy in classical game. You just look at your airseals and you put auto queue on dwarfs on the gold mine. Whenever you want to go heroic, you just stop doing airseal and just age up. Here I'm killing some hunt just to be sure that I will summon faster. As you can see, it's pretty low ant. I have to move all the map to get those elks. He's actually going late to TC, which I think is a kinda bad move. I could just go heroic and hit him hard. The late 2 TCs don't really work that much. But since Atlanteans build really slow the town centers, I was trying to delay it even more to give red the advantage. And while all that is happening, we can kill some of his villagers. Here's the summon. Luckily, very luckily, it's a Valkyrie. I think it's one of the best spawns, unless you're going to fight hard, in which case it's the Iron Jar. As you can see, 9 minutes. The Gaia still hasn't got any town centers. This is a big win. Now I'm starting to put some dwarves on the cattle, just because they're starting to be just too much for gold. I don't want to float gold too much, and I will need to get heroic soon anyways. This is because Loki is a tempo code. It doesn't really want to go 2 or 3 TCs. It has really good power spikes, and if you don't boost them, you will have a really hard time playing a decent game. This is where I said, fuck this. I'm gonna get their TCs, and I'm gonna go 5 TCs. As you can see, the map is perfect for this, because the way the back TCs are positioned, you have the farms of Ra and the farms of Gaia. They're both really close to each other. And even luckier, there is a big gold mine there, and another gold mine for Gaia. We hit a really big raid. We see the blue players being locusted by the Ra. We should be in trouble, but if I remember correctly, it's just too much of a better player than yellow. So nothing to worry on that side. As you can see, I'm not full population and I stopped doing Garciers. This is because you really want to summon. And if you are full population, the Garciers will not summon any Mythology. And that's really bad. You don't want it to happen. The Gaia is doing Kero Ballistas, because probably thought I was gonna push him hard. But I'm just being obnoxious and raiding. Now you can see me go heroic. I don't need that many dwarfs on food anymore. And I can restart them. I've done many mistakes in this game. One of these is the Loki should always, if he has excess food, queue some trolls in the temple, just to not waste favor. You can queue 4 or 5 trolls and still have 100 favor, so when you hit heroic age, you just put some boars, cancel the trolls, and put other boars, so you can produce like 200 favor worth of boars. That build in the corner is pretty good, because it's near their TCs and farms, as I have said, but also because I will be stopping any trade they want to have. You can see the Ra has done a pretty decent grade, age upgrade, as he was heroic 9 minutes and 40 seconds. He already had some cavalry on the Gaia side, so Red will have a pretty hard time with Poseidon cavalry against Ra cavalry and the Mormillos. But here I was saying to him, just buy some time, and this is actually a good call, taking the TC, because cavalry aren't that good versus buildings, because they have low attack and decent bonus. The guy has many turmas, so defending that TC, I mean, it's not perfect. There's still 2 armies, but it's a pretty good defending point against those armies. And I had said to him, look, I'm taking TCs, so I can spam wars. You can see the temple, second temple, the boars queued up. As you can see, the armies, there are as all cavalry and a lot of archers. And the Gaia player has a pretty decent number of turma and cure ballistas. They don't really hurt buildings. Here come the boars. I think they completely forgot that I was there some minutes ago. Now with 4 boards, we can do it. We see a big attempt of trade from purple, but it will get walled. Now the first objective, the first target, it's totally the Egyptian TC. This is because it's really harder to kill, and it can spawn mercenaries, and it can spawn priests. So you really want to kill the Egyptian TC before the Gaia one. Use that surprise to kill the Egyptian before he can defend it, because the Gaia can defend it anyway, not from that far. And now we can kill the Gaia. As you can see, the plan for 5 TCs isn't going bad at all. Purple trade has been walled. This was really funny to me, seeing 5 markets all walled. Taking this TC is pretty important, because as you have seen, the Ra is upgrading cavalry and hasn't already built a barrack. But even if he builds barracks, the TC can defend really well from X-Men, because they have very low HP and very low attack. As the cavalry, they have a big bonus and low attack, so TCs do pretty decently against them. You can see the Gaia is falling too. You can see the shifting sands. That Son of Osiris is really good against the boars, but he's in a bad spot. You can never put him under TC fire. He gets it into the tower, which I should have encircled, but I played really bad. You can see Rise raiding with some chariots, but boars can defend it really well. This is another big mistake. I had 5 boars. I don't know why they didn't run more instead of getting killed by those mosquitoes. I mean, I guess flaming weapons traded for shifting sands is a very good trade. But here he mismicros some of the series, so I kill it too. And it's an amazing trade. As you can see, she has champion chariots. But they're pretty useless now. The Gaia has rebuilt and is pushing. I'll try to start trade. I'm actually kinda all in. I don't have many resources. This was pretty good. You can see a visual bug here. The Gaia Lash isn't really that small. I actually couldn't build here, or I would have stopped these villagers. Feels like his entire economy is here. Meanwhile, Red is almost completely dead. But Poseidon is really hard to kill, especially the main base, because he spawns so many militias. And Red was a really good player, so I wasn't really being worried about that. And I was still stuck on my mission to get 5 TCs. Here he finds my gold, plans to snipe the ox cart, but I am already rebuilding it. I stop his TC yet again. Another big mistake I did. You can see the villager here being frozen. A really good thing. A big mistake that I did is not casting that healing spring. I could micro this frost giant better too. But with all those low HP archers, I really should have cast the healing spring. It's probably I felt too much. I felt my hands too full, and I couldn't rest even for a minute, because they were both defending, both trying to rebuild, and I wanted to take them to go 5 TC. I see blue is winning quite good versus yellow. In this situation, probably he should have sent me some resources. I mean, in almost all scenarios, if you send resources to Loki, it's a really good thing. Here at 22 minutes I'm still fighting with no armory archers, and armor is pretty fucking OP on archers, so I should do it, but I can't. I feel like I really need these DCs to defend against the axemen that aren't coming. But if blue sends me just the resources for Mythology, let's say, all these boars that I do can be actually 5 giants, and well, that can escalate pretty fast, I would say. Here we see the first axeman. still 3 TC. And I'm losing my 4th TC. Now the guy is stopping me again. He really wants those farms. I shouldn't have fought there. This is a really bad fight. But for some reason I did. You can see red recovering. Now the Gaia is only 1 TC. The Egyptian destroyed my forward TC. But I finally managed to build that. And that can defend me from Axemen real well. Another bad fight there at the top. We can't fight all those Arcuses when all Airseer are low HP. But somehow I won, maybe thanks to the angry jars. But I lost a lot of resources there that I couldn't spare. Now yellow does Desertarian gate on me. And I didn't actually see the blue going Ragnarok. I end up sacrificing all my blocks on farms to kill it, and I can't even manage to kill it because I noticed it really late. Now I notice the Ragnarok, but I have 2 dwarf remaining, 3 dwarfs. I finally nearing the 4 TZs, but I'm missing my forward one, sadly. Meanwhile, the purple prayer has completely disappeared from Red City, and the Gaia can't really stop a booming Poseidon. Not when your gold mines are denied and you are 1 TC. Oh, he's 2 TC. But all the economic damage I did to him and his army is still here. He can't really stop the Poseidon. Now the Ragnarok is killing, is taking forward TC for me. And the Egyptian will end up 1 TC, I think. Meanwhile, yellow is completely dead. And he's the dead out. So I don't know if this was fun to watch, but it was really funny to play. Being constantly denying the farms, seeing them almost gain TCs and stopping them. Me almost gaining this TC like 3 times, and the guy is stopping me. It was fun, really. Also, all these markets. I see, in the end, he tried to do to me the same thing, but I don't think he actually traded a single gold coin in all this game. These are probably all the stuck caravans. Once he destroys this, he goes on to trade and finds all Red's army. Oh, this is too funny for me. Well, I hope this was a fun game to see. I think I will manage to get my hands on on a um, on a good PC to play Retold. So my content will be retold probably in the future, and I can't wait to play it, honestly. So I hope you had fun watching this. Don't forget to check the description for the links for my Discord, my Twitch channel, and please, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Thank you and see you soon.